Alright, let's talk about this new Ignite change. So, July 24th fixed a bug that could allow stacked periodic auras such as Ignite to persist past their final tick. What does this mean? Okay, before it worked like this. You start the Ignite here, after 2 seconds it ticks for, you know, damage, and after 2 seconds it again ticks for damage. Duration 4 seconds. If another mage crits, or yourself for that matter, let's say here, you add 4 seconds. Well, basically, you restart the duration and then you add 4 seconds. So what would happen is you go like this and you go like this. That's 4 seconds. Then let's say another mage crits here. Again, we take that away and we add 4 seconds. Then we have another mage crit here. You get the picture. So this is how it worked before, and it was pretty smooth this way. But now the bug here that was changed was that it allowed Ignite to persist past their final tick. Well, what this means is that from now on, Ignite will always end at a tick. So for the first stack, this, there's nothing changed here because the duration is 4 seconds. But for for what would happen here in this new situation is you start here, and then when this mage crits right here, the mechanic changes from before. Now it's gonna go, I want 2 ticks. That's what it's gonna say. So the first tick is right here, and the second tick is here. So that's all the time we get. That's all we need for those 2 ticks. So we don't actually get any extra time of the Ignite. So the mage who crit here, you see up here, well, instead of continuing the Ignite, right, the Ignite has run out at this point. So now it's changed here. So if we go down and see here, now Ignite dropped off, and the guy who crits here, he does not continue this Ignite, he starts a new Ignite instead. So he gets 4 seconds here, and so the mage who crits over here, he crits on the other side of the tick. And because the question, well, what it wants is it wants 2 more ticks. So what's going to happen is it's going to want this one and it's going to want this one, because this one has already happened, right? So it wants 2 more ticks. So in order to get that, it needs to get over here. So now you can see how, we get to the same fight duration, right? These timers are for Ignite ticks, right? Hopefully these you know it should illustrate that they're actually hitting the fireballs or whatever, at the same time. But because of the change in mechanic, the the Ignite in this example here runs out, and up here it continues. So here, in the same amount of time, the Ignite, is still up here, but it's a new one down here, right? And up here, we got all the juice from Power Infusion and our trinkets and whatever else is going on right at the pull when we're, building the strong Ignite with combustion and everything. Pyroblast, whatever. But down here, we're completely fucked, right? So this is a pretty massive change, and what it's going to mean is the windows in which the crits have to happen are now much narrower. Um, and so in order to keep the Ignite from falling off, you have to do either one or two things or a combination of the two. And the one is to get more crit on your gear than you normally would choose to, because you're simply going to want more crit to make sure that you land those crits to avoid the Ignite rolling off. Or a second option is to change your spell rotation. Once you have your 5 stacks of Ignite up on the target, what you would choose to do instead is to prioritize Scorch more, because obviously, it has a shorter cast time, so you land more spells within a given time, more of those are going to be crits, and that's how you could keep the Ignite up that way. Ignite Scorch is not as efficient as Fireball, but once Ignite has reached 5 stacks, the damage of the crits don't matter. So it would be some sort of a trade-off to see if the value of the Ignite is going to outweigh the loss of DPS of casting more Scorches, and obviously that's also a balancing thing that you don't want to solely cast Scorch, but it's something that you would prioritize more. Um, Possibly it might even be people who come up with add-ons that track the combat log and you know gave say this is the amount of seconds that's happened since a crit rolling ignite it's about to fall off, like lights a whatever that you cast fire blast to try to land some crit right urgently or whatever. This could be pretty massive, right? With the weak auras and whatever else stuff people have, this might leave some new playstyles that we have never seen before on the private server scene. So this is pretty cool. On top of this, it's not a nerf as much as it is a fix. This is how it is supposed to work. So could be pretty exciting. So this is how the new change works. Hopefully it made sense to you guys. See you later.